That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about self-care. Now, this is a slideshow that I have not seen. I have not seen any of the slides in this slideshow. But I am now going to do a presentation on self-care without having seen any of the slides that are in this slideshow. Friends, you know how when you go on an airplane and they tell you that if you're traveling with small children to put your mask on first before you help the small children? That is called self-care. At the very basic level, you have to make sure that you're taking care of you before you take care of other people. And sometimes it's very hard to practice self-care when you're busy caring for other people. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. My name is Toiley T. I am an internet celebrity and an expert on self-care. Now, the first thing that you have to know about self-care, this is something that a lot of people don't know, is that if you do not practice self-care on yourself, this can happen to you. That's right. Blue ooze will start pouring out of every pore on your face. It'll start spreading across your face and you will try to wipe it away, but it will be unable to wipe away. That blue ooze is depression. You see what I'm saying? If you do not take care of yourself, if you do not do self-care, you will start to have depression manifest itself, leak through your pores, and cover your face. And people are going to know that you're not taking care of yourself. You know what another sure sign of somebody who has improper self-care is? This. You sit down and you eat a 6-stack hamburger. This, let me tell you, if you're not taking care of yourself, this looks like a light snack. You're like, oh, well, I've got tomatoes. So it's healthy. Meanwhile, you have half a cow on a bun right there and held together with so many toothpicks because it just is not made to, it's unnatural. So friends, we're talking about taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself. And there's many ways to do that. Self-care takes many forms. In fact, here's the first form. Herbal therapy, dietary cleanse, elixirs, and portions. That's right. It's an all-liquid diet. You drink some herbal therapy. You take a dietary cleanse, usually a juice, that'll run its way through you in less than 30 minutes. You'll find yourself sitting on the toilet and things are expelling from your body that you never had any idea were in there. And then you top it off with some elixirs and potions. You get a nice love potion, love potion number 9. You get a good elixir to help with gout. And you put this all together. Now, you got to do it in these 3 different courses. You can't just do it all at once, right? You can't drink the herbal tea, have the juice cleanse, and then love potion number 9. You can't do that. You got to take them separately and individually. But that is a good way to practice self-care. Another way to practice self-care is to do some yoga. Because yoga really helps you center your mind and body. Look at this guy. This guy up here, he's on 2 hands on the beach. Do you know how hard it is to frickin' walk down a beach just on your feet? This guy's doing it on his hands. Why? Self-care. This lady over here on the yoga mat on the grass, she's ashamed of herself. She just let out the biggest fart in yoga class, and now she just wants to curl up and die. That's what she's doing. But that's self-care for her. These two are doing high-five plank poses. Why? I don't know. They put their mat down in the middle of the Esplanade at Disneyland, and the security is on their way to ask them to move. But that's what they're doing. And then we got Mr. No Hair over here, and Mr. No Hair's taking it nice and slow. But all 5 of these people are practicing self-care. They care about themselves. They don't care about anybody else. Mr. Walk on Hands, Fart Lady, Esplanade Plankers, and this guy who's showing his drawstrings a little bit too much. They are all caring about themselves, and that's what we're talking about here. Now, you're going to have people who go, listen, if you care too much about yourself, you're going to forget about other people. And what I want you to show those people is this. I want you to show them the These are called body chords. Okay, you know how like you tune a guitar? These are the tunes that you tune in your body. So G is your head, D is your left shoulder or your right shoulder, C is your right bicep, 3A, that's a very important one, that's your right forearm, and then there's little ones down here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, those are your fingies. Then you got A, which is your right leg, you got 1A, which is your left leg, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but they're in a little bit of a different weird order on your left hand. You got B, which is your left forearm. You got E, which is your left shoulder. You got F, which is your left ear. And then on top of your head, you have a nice case of cultural appropriation from the Native Americans. This is self-care. This is how you take care of yourself. Now, you're probably wondering, but Toiley, if I take care of myself, what are the benefits? What will I get if I start taking care of myself? Well, let me tell you what you'll get. You'll get this. You'll get animated animals that will dance through your dreams. And not animals, vegetables that will dance through your dreams. You'll also get a unicorn lewdly splaying itself on your donut every morning. This is when you reach this level of self-care, you'll know you're doing it right. The moment you start talking to Mr. Onion, Mrs. Potato, and Jack the Carrot, and telling Sally Unicorn to close her legs for Christ's sake, you'll know that self-care is deep within your heart. Now, there's one more thing I want to warn you about self-care, and it's this. 38% of the people who do self-care go out and get really horrible head tattoos. Really just horrible head tattoos. And listen, I am not anti-tattoo. I think tattoos are great. I think some tattoos are very sexy. I think there is a case that can be made for horrible head tattoos. If you shave your entire head and your eyebrows and tattoo right up to the lids, that is a little bit too much. This is for someone who's practicing too much self-care. You do not want to be this person. You do not want to be this person. It says a picture of good health. That is them trying to convince themselves. That is them trying to convince themselves. So friends, what have we learned today? We've learned that taking care of yourself is a very, very important thing to do. You don't believe me? Well, maybe you'll take advice from an expert. Like this expert, the Hair Follicle Foundation. The Hair Follicle Foundation knows that if you practice self-care, your hair follicles will be girthy, they will be plentiful, and they will have a large amount of hair spread out all over your head. The Hair Follicle Foundation wants you to practice good self-care. So bringing it all home, practice good self-care because you want to be like this, alone by yourself in the middle of a frozen wonderland where nobody else is around. Seriously, isn't this the goal? To leave everybody else behind and just be by yourself? Yes. Take care of yourself, then take care of others. Don't get a crazy head tattoo. I love you. My name is Toiley T. Paper. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.